What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Ryan here with a video. First video, actually. Pretty exciting. So yeah, if I'm a little awkward, it's because I'm new to this. But today I just kind of wanted to walk you through what I run in normally and kind of what I've run in the past and why I choose to run in what I run in now. So yeah, hope you enjoy and let's get right on into it. Okay. So the way this video is going to work is I'm going to go over 3 different categories of shoes. I'm going to go over my daily trainers. I'm going to go over my my workout shoes / race day shoes. And then I'm going to go over shoes that I have ran in and would highly recommend you to run in as well. Now keeping in mind I'm a men's size 10 in all of these shoes. They are all size 10s. And what I recommend may not be what works for you, but it's what works for me, and I'm just trying to pass my knowledge on to you guys. So yeah, with that in mind, let's get right on into it. Okay, starting us off with daily trainers, we've got the On Cloudmonsters. Now, On has typically for me been a firmer shoe brand, and whenever I tried them on, I would never really be interested in trying any. But then they came out with the Cloudmonster, which is supposedly their highest cushion shoe. It was supposed to be softer, and you know what? It is. I put it on, and I loved it. They've got the Cloud Tech here, as you can see, the little holes and stuff. They've got the Speedboard, which is just a plastic plate. It's no different than a carbon plate, except for it's plastic, pretty much. And yeah, I mean, I just love the shoe. Its lockdown is fantastic. It's got a, is the tongue gusseted? Yeah, gusseted tongue, which means it's attached to the upper. And yeah, it's just super supportive. The energy return is fantastic. And yeah, I mean, I would say that the only downfall is that the upper does crease. So as you can see, when I press down right here, it tends to crease a lot here. But I mean, it doesn't, you won't notice it after a few steps in the run. It'll go away, and this will just be an extension of your foot, which is what I look for in a shoe. Yeah, I mean, I just love the shoe. It's a little bit on the heavier side, but I have found that I can do a workout in it. Yeah, I mean, I've ran anywhere from an 8:30 mile to a 6:25 mile. Yeah, I mean, I've done long runs in this shoe. It's truly like a daily trainer, very versatile. And yeah, it's just a fantastic shoe that I would recommend anybody buy, really. Boom, with that second shoe done from On, we come in with the Nike Invincible 2s. Now I had a pair of the Invincible 1s. They were phenomenal. So I figured why not get the 2s? They have this really cool design. They've got this sunset on the tongue, which I love. And yeah, these shoes are on the more expensive side. They're $180. As the Ons were, I forgot to mention that. They're also $170. So yeah, if you can find discounts on these, I know Nike's running deals all the time. They're trying to get stuff out. So yeah, I would definitely recommend trying to find a deal on these. You can go to GOAT, StockX, or anywhere like that. But yeah, these shoes I've found are phenomenal. They've got this slab of ZoomX in the midsole. And yeah, I mean, it's just so phenomenal. The energy return, as I said with the Ons, is absolutely amazing. You feel like every step is just being absorbed, and that you don't really have to worry about whether it's going to hurt you or not, simply because it's such a good shoe. They have the plastic plate in the back to keep your ankles in line, help with some support there. And yeah, I mean, I just love this shoe. The only drawback I would say is that the upper did feel a little tight to me. And it would cut into my foot a little bit, but that was just a matter of me figuring out how tight I needed to tie the shoe. And so it was a me problem, really. It wasn't a Nike issue. But yeah, I would say that this is an absolute 10 out of 10 shoe. I've also done workouts in this, actually, unintentionally, but I mean, and it performed pretty well. I mean, I wouldn't really recommend it over any of the other shoes that I'm gonna bring up later. But yeah, I mean, this one, if you wanted it to, it could perform at workouts and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, absolute banger of a shoe. And let's get right on to the next one. For my first workout / race day shoe, we have the Nike Vaporfly Next% 2s. People love this shoe. It is Nike's premier racing shoe. I know that the Alphafly is out there too. Alphafly 2 is out there now. And you know, I've ran in those and they're pretty great as well. But I prefer the Vaporfly simply because of the simplicity of it. I don't need any of that air pocket stuff in the front. It's just not for me. But if it works for everybody, I mean, obviously Eliud Kipchoge It works great for him. He's an absolute legend. So yeah, like if it works for you, it works for you, but it doesn't work for me. So I run in the Vaporflies. Absolutely a gorgeous shoe. It's very light, very nimble. And it does force you on your toes a little bit. I'm not naturally a 4-foot runner, but I find that it doesn't really cause any problems. I still run on my toes in this because I mostly use it for intervals and track sessions and tempo days and stuff like that. So all of my workouts, and I have done a race to 5K in these before, and it held up amazingly. But yeah, I mean, it's got the ZoomX foam, very aerodynamic, as you can see. And the carbon plate, it's very rigid. You know, you can't really bend it very much. And yeah, it's just a super lightweight upper. You can see through it. And yeah, I mean, this is just a beast of a shoe. There's not really much to say. It's very snappy, responsive, lightweight. It feels like a vapor on your foot. But yeah, it's pretty expensive, $250, but I mean, it's worth it, especially if you can find a discount. I got these shoes for like $150 because I found them at my local outlet store. And yeah, I would recommend that to anybody. If you have an outlet store near you, like a Nike outlet or whatever, go there, look at the clearance section. They will typically, more often than not, have these shoes, simply because Nike has people return them and they're trying to get them off the shelf. So yeah, I mean, beautiful shoe. That was my first workout shoe, honestly. Now for the last shoe in my rotation that I currently run in, it's a race day shoe. We have my Nike Dragonflies. These are a staple to me because I have had these for 2 years and they've held up phenomenally. I've raced anything from 800 in them to a 2 mile. And yeah, I mean, they've held up great. I've ran all my PRs in them. Yeah, there's not really a whole bunch to say. This is just a gorgeous shoe by Nike. It's got the ZoomX with the Pebax plate. It's not a carbon plate, it's a Pebax, which just means it's plastic. This spike plate is amazing and has held up super well. But yeah, I mean, it's super lightweight, fits amazing. I get these true to size, not half a size down. I know people like to get a half size down just because it's more snug. I personally don't have any problems with that. I still get my size 10 in these. And yeah, if I need a new pair of them, I will 100% get one. And yeah, I would recommend these for anybody. Okay, so those were all the shoes that I currently run in. Yeah, you had your On Cloudmonster, your Nike Invincible 2s, the Vaporfly Next Percent 2s, and then the Nike Dragonflies. But yeah, let's get right on into the shoes that I currently do not run in, but have ran in the past and have enjoyed in the past. So kicking it off, we have the Brooks Glycerin 19s. I ran my entire track season in these. I ran the end of my cross-country season in these. I love them. Yeah, but there's not much to say. Brooks' highest cushion shoe, if I'm not mistaken. They're a little bit on the expensive side. I think they're $150, but you can get the 19s now for cheaper because the 20s are out. I get the guardrails on the side just because it kind of helps with your foot alignment. Just keeps you landing straight. I put over 400 miles in these and they've held up phenomenally. The only reason I switched is because I wanted something with a little bit more cushion, which is why I went to the Nike Invincibles and then eventually the On Cloudmonsters. But yeah, seriously would highly recommend the shoe to anybody that's new to running, experienced to running. Just, yeah, it's a beautiful shoe. So great job, Brooks, for making a shoe that I think honestly anybody can run in. And then my second shoe, and honestly I would recommend the shoe to anybody as well, is the Zoomfly 4. If you're looking for one shoe that can do anything, it's this, in my opinion. Now, everyone's opinions are different, but I think that this is phenomenal. I've done easy days, I've done long runs, I've done threshold intervals, track workouts, like you name it in this shoe, I've done it. I've ran on trails, on asphalt, on cement, in wet and dry conditions, like everything. And it's still fairly clean, which always surprises me. But yeah, this is the Nike Zoomfly 4. It's the iteration that came out before the 5, obviously, so it is going to be cheaper. I think that, from what I've heard, it's better than the 5, and I'm not going to be trying the 5. But the only reason I moved away from the shoe is because I was able to get a pair of Vaporflies, and these are basically the daily trainer version of Vaporflies. That being said, you can seriously do anything in these. The fit is so nice. I love them. But yeah, it's just honestly a great shoe that I would absolutely love to recommend to anybody. All right, that's gonna be it for the video, guys. I really hope you did enjoy. I hope you learned something new. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments or email me. I'm gonna leave my email in the description. But yeah, I mean, I've loved making this video. Hopefully to see more to come. And I would like to apologize for any awkwardness that has happened because this is my first time making a YouTube video. I'm very new to this, and so bear with me. Hopefully the content gets better as it progresses. Forgot to mention, hope you all have a great day. Yeah, peace.